couple years back, the UN's State of the Soil Assessment reported that humanity's losing about 0.3% of our collective global food production capacity each and every year to ongoing soil loss and soil degradation. That's a major problem when you think about the rest of this century, because it means that by the year 2100, we're going to erode off, another basically third of the world's topsoil at a time when the human population is projected to grow by about a third. These trends are in opposition to one another and are troubling. It's my contention that agriculture is going to need to change over the course of this century on a global scale if we are to avoid the obvious problems that could come from playing that scenario out. Is soil restoration possible? Could we reverse the historical pattern, or are we doomed to repeat the pattern that has plagued ancient civilizations, but this time on a global scale with no new place to go unless Elon Musk does figure out how to get us all to Mars? Where that really leaves us is these commonalities, these lessons from farms around the world boil down to the idea that the recipe for regenerative farming is ditch the plow, cover up, and grow diversity. Go no-till, plant cover crops, and plant diverse rotations. Those principles of conservation agriculture, they seem to work in different settings around the world. You have to tailor them to that setting and to the kind of crops and the system that the farmers are working with, but as general guiding principles, they work. And you could add a fourth one to this if you want, and that would be to reintroduce livestock, animal husbandry, if they're grazed properly and used in ways that actually rebuild the health and fertility of the soil. They can be an accelerant for soil building, and that's a tool that I think is not as widely recognized and appreciated as it should be. So what are some of the benefits of rebuilding healthy, fertile soil? Well, it can result in higher farmer profits. That's legitimately what turned me into an optimist on this issue. It can produce comparable yields. It's not a choice between conventional agriculture and starving with going back to medieval farming practices. These farmers I visited were able to produce comparable yields with regenerative methods, but they used less fertilizer, less pesticide, and a lot less fossil fuel. And that increased the amount of soil carbon in their soil, the amount of soil organic matter, which led to greater water retention capabilities and to less off-site pollution. There's lots of benefits to be had from restoring healthy, fertile soil.